Take the exit. Turn right into the drive-thru.
Nope, I'm making dinner tonight.
You don't have time. Josh has practice.
Oh, that's right. I'll just get a salad.
And fries?
No, just the salad.
But salad cancels fries.
Salad only.
Fries.
Salad.
Fries.
Food noise isn't fair, but Mochi Health is. The affordable GLP-1 source that puts you on the road to successful weight loss.
Hey, can I get the...
Fries.
Salad. Sorry.
Learn more at joinmochi.com. Mochi members have access to licensed physicians and nutritionists. Results may vary.
This is the new Weight Watchers, built for real life and real results, no matter what mode you're in. Maddie went all in for her big day and lost 33 pounds. Emily lost 85 pounds and hit her goal while still living her life.
Weight Watchers gave me the tools and I feel amazing.
Join the millions of members and lose weight with the #1 doctor-recommended weight loss program.
I'm able to live my life and still hit my goals.
Lose more at WeightWatchers.com.
With Car Guru's Discover, you can skip the filters and describe what you're looking for in your own words. Simply type what you want, and Car Guru's Discover instantly surfaces real listings that match your exact needs. It's no wonder Car Gurus is the #1 most visited car shopping site according to SimilarWeb's estimated traffic data. Buy or sell your next car today with Car Gurus at CarGurus.com. Go to CarGurus.com to make sure your big deal is the best deal. That's CarGurus.com. CarGurus.com.
What's up, Hockey Think Tankers? Welcome to another Wednesday Short Shifts episode sponsored by our boy Skate Tech. In case you did not know, Skate Tech skate sharpening equipment repair brings you NHL quality service at an affordable retail price. With over 23 years of sharpening and equipment customizing experience, Skate Tech serves as your personal equipment manager, providing the highest quality skate sharpening, blade profiling, team uniforms, and equipment alterations available on the market today. Let Skate Tech help you take your on-ice performance to the next level with the edge of pros trust. Check them out at skatetechsharpening.com.
Here we go. We got another Short Shifts episode. 10 minutes are on the clock. Jeffrey Jehu Lavecchio has no idea what the topic is going to be, but should he have a little courage and accept this challenge, we're going to have some fun today. Vax, you ready to go?
I always accept.
Okay, so I had a really good conversation yesterday with a friend of the podcast, a guy named John Francisco. John Francisco, the owner. That's very fun to say, and I'm sure he's never heard that before.
Great.
But the owner and the founder of Forecheck Hockey, and they do an amazing, amazing service in the hockey world, doing checking clinics. And they have these dummies that they use to help kids to understand how to check. And I just had a great conversation with him yesterday. And so I thought it would be interesting on the podcast today to talk about body checking. And what's the proper way to teach it? What's the proper way to get kids understanding body contact, checking, why we check, how to check, all that kind of stuff. So I'm going to leave that big picture and see where you take it here, Mr. Body Checker Man. And let's see, what do you got for us? Let's talk about some checking, baby.
I'm going to start with this and tell you that I'm definitely out of my depth here. I'm out of my realm. I'm swimming in the deep end without a life jacket on because I haven't taught a child, a little kid, whatever age they start checking at, like how to check in a very, very, very long time. Mr. Francisco, which it is fun to say, is definitely the expert. So I would say definitely listen to our episode with him. But I would start by teaching players, the goal of checking is to separate the player from the puck. Like that is the goal of checking. Now you can run over guys and knock them over, and that's great. But at the same time, if you do that and they're still able to pass the puck as you're checking them and it goes to their teammate and they score, that check really didn't mean a lot. You're going to lose the game if that keeps happening to you. So, and especially with now, like, it's not like it was when we played. Like, I checked people to try and hurt them, and I wasn't even that great of a checker. But, like, when I was playing, that was my mindset. Like, I was like, I wanted to run people over. And sometimes that took me out of the play. But like the game was different. We were playing. If you check people the way that I was trying to check in college and juniors and beginning of my pro career, you're going to get a penalty almost every time now. So you can't even do that anymore. If you have too big of a hit now in youth hockey, in my experience watching games in the 2 years that I coached when I first retired, 18, 19 and 19, 20, every big hit almost was a penalty. And so, go back to what is the purpose of the check, the actual purpose, separate the man from the puck, get on the right side of your guy you're checking of the check to make sure that you beat them back into the play, whether that's to the net offensively or back to your own end defensively. You want to have better body positioning than them, and you can use a check to do that. So going along those lines, I would create drills in the beginning, working on hitting through the hands, making sure that they can't use their stick as you're hitting them. Always stick out in front of you, stick on puck, stick pressure as you're going to finish the hit. And teaching guys how to angle so that you're angling into the check. You're not coming straight at them and they can go 50-50 either way. And because of a crappy angle and no stick, it's really hard to hit somebody then. That's what I would say. That's what you used to do when you hit guys.
I would hit them pretty low, just by nature. But no, I mean, that's 100%. Whenever you're talking about body checking, first you got to talk about stick, then you got to talk about angle, then you got to talk about finish through the hands. And what actually is something, as you were talking, that came to mind for me, which is probably the hardest thing to learn. It's certainly the hardest thing to teach, and that's timing. Timing, understanding how to match speeds, understanding how fast the other player's going, how fast you need to go, understanding, the angle and when you need to close on that gap to get to the player. Because you see it all the time in a lot of these angling drills. Like, it's really hard for kids to kind of grasp that timing of when to make that contact,
Yeah. And that's something that only happens with reps. Thinking back to when I started checking and you're nervous about it and you haven't had contact yet. You haven't been hit yet. You haven't really hit anybody yet, at least not like at higher speeds. It's something that you got to do reps with. And that's what, I know we're talking about checking here and John, but that's why I love what he does. It takes kind of that awkwardness and weirdness out by practicing on the dummies first. You can practice your angles, which makes it safer for both players, the player getting hit and you, the player hitting somebody. When you take a better angle, it's safer for both people, as well as just taking away their options for passing and outs to escape the hit and things like that. But timing, like you said, that is really, really, really important.
Yeah. And I think you're right too. That's hard to teach at a whiteboard. That's hard to teach through video. You gotta figure that out through repetition and failing and figuring it out. And going against players of different abilities and different speeds. So that
different sizes,
right? Yeah. So you got to figure it out. And so, and it's a huge part of the game today. It's a huge part of the game. I think body contact is a huge part of the game at every level, and at every age. And then when you add the quote unquote checking part of it, once you get up to bantams on the boys' side, it becomes a part of the sport that if you are comfortable with it, there's going to be a lot more retention of players. You're going to have a lot more confidence on the ice. And that's why these checking clinics and things like that people like John do, it's really about building confidence in contact. That's really the biggest, it's injury prevention, right? It's learning how to hit and take a hit. Let's not forget that. You really have to learn how to take a hit too. And so those things all combined, it just leads to a more confident player that's able to play through contact and initiate contact and be confident and comfortable with it. If you're not, you're going to have a tough time in this sport.
And I think something that's uber important when players are getting to that level is teaching and reminding them that you got somebody coming at you on their forechecking and you're going to get the puck or wherever it is on the ice. You have to go to the puck in an angle that is also safe. I'll watch lower level hockey even older ages, but lower levels, and, not shoulder checking. The way that they skate to the puck, if it's on the back wall or behind the goal line, they take a straight line. So what is the player doing behind them, forechecking them? Coming at them on a straight line, 6 o'clock. And if you I just watch so many guys put themselves in such a bad position, they get hit from behind because of the position they put themselves in. Yeah, the checker maybe shouldn't hit him from behind, but like, you as the player shouldn't have put yourself in that position. Or they round the net with the puck with their head down, and a forechecker comes and annihilates them. Like, so also teaching the players, when you have the puck, like, be aware, like, places to skate where you can find safety and soft areas where where if you do get hit, it's like, it's safer, how to learn how to take a check against the boards. Even, if you're 2 feet off the boards and you get murked, it's going to hurt a lot more than if you're up against the glass. And most rinks, the glass like has give. If you get up against the glass, I would even, when we've talked about this, like when we were cycling and playing down low and like spinning, and how I would use my body in the glass to help me, I would almost like jump up in the glass a little bit, timing it for the guy hitting me, so that I would like get pushed off the glass and then like skate out of it. So like, you're using the hit and the glass to like slingshot you. And these are things that you can be teaching your players so that they're safer on the ice taking the hits as well.
Yeah, it's a big part of it, man. It's not just the giving of the physicality, it's the receiving of the physicality. And you talk about confidence and comfortability in your play. If you're confident in that, you can play with no fear, and that's the best player, is a player who plays with no fear. And a lot of times it's that physicality that kind of takes that out of the player. And so getting comfortable with this stuff and doing things like going to some checking clinics, particularly in the year before you go, but even younger, like doing body contact type drills and practices and stuff, it can really get kids comfortable with that side of the game. And it's a physical game, man. It's a violent game. It's why we love it in a lot of different capacities. And so the more comfortable you are with it, the better you're going to be. So, all right, man, good stuff.
See you, bro. Share the show.
The holidays are all about connection. Good food, good friends, and those cozy moments. This season, skip the boring mocktails and celebrate with RK, the world's first zero-proof spirits. All the taste and warmth of your favorite holiday pours with zero alcohol, zero guilt, and the patented warm molecule for that festive kick. Perfect for toasting, hosting, or gifting. Celebrate freely with RK Zero Proof. Visit rkbeverages.com.
The new Wegovy pill is now available through Weight Watchers. Powerful GLP-1 results in a simple pill at the lowest price available. And with Weight Watchers, you can get doctor support and personalized nutrition programs. See if you qualify at weightwatchers.com. Ad not reviewed or approved by Novo Nordisk.
If you like the show, please take a moment to rate, review, and subscribe. It really does help the show to grow. Thank you for listening.